Hey BookTube, and Happy New Year. I know it's been a while. The holidays were hectic with my family being here in South Carolina, me flying to Iowa to spend time with my brother and my parents and my family there, and then coming back and New Year's, and it's been busy. We all know it's been busy. So let's get started with New Year, and I'm going to be talking about my goals for 2020. This is going to be just basically a life reading goals thing for me. Leanne from Literary Diversions does something similar, so that's kind of where I'm taking this inspiration from. For my reading goals for 2020, I haven't set my Goodreads goal of the year yet. And that's because I've been seriously contemplating if I want to seriously take that number or if I just want to set a really low expectation so that I know I'm going to hit it. For the past couple of years, I have set my reading goal at 60 books. And both years I have come one book short. One book. If you've been watching the past few videos of mine, you know that I have been reading Priory of the Orange Tree. Wanted to get it done before the end of the year. It didn't happen. I finished it yesterday, which I'll have another video of wrapping up that coming up or either before this one. Haven't figured that out yet. Anyway, I didn't hit my 60-year goal. So I'm kind of thinking I'll just lowball it, and that way it's going to be more about making sure I read the books I want to read rather than pushing myself to read a certain number of books, even though it may be books that I'm not really enjoying, and then I force myself to read them because I got to hit that yearly goal. So probably going to set it to like 12 books for the year, so that way it's one book a month. Really trying to keep the pressure low, especially since I started this new job. I'm going to be learning a lot. Something that I have been doing the past couple of years that I've really been enjoying and really want to keep up with is reading a series from start to finish within the span of a year. The first time I did this, it was Harry Potter. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. But I had really only read the first 3 books multiple times. Whenever I get to that 4th chunky Goblet of Fire, I can never find myself to get through it. So I only have read 4 through 7 2 times. One time when it came out, and then the second time right before the movie came out. So I decided I want to actually read all 7 books because I remember really loving what happens in the last 4 books. So in the year 2018, I read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone all the way to Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, which, as I said, I've always been a book short. I meant to finish that one before December, and I ended up finishing it like the day after New Year's Day, 2019. But I really loved doing that, actually reading a series completely. It was just so satisfying. So for 2019, I decided I am actually going to finish the Abortion series, or at least get caught up on it with the books that are out this year. I'm going to do it. And I did. I had started Sabriel and Lyriel at the end of 2018, but I had set that intention for myself that I was actually going to get caught up on the series. And I did. I read Golden Hand in December. So I felt really good about myself. And I think that is where I'm going to be continuing, is just focusing on one series that I want to read start to finish. And whether that finish is because it's a completed series or if finish is just getting caught up to the most recent book that's been released. So I have decided this year's series. And I'm a little daunted, but I can do it. And that is Brent Weeks' series, the Lightbringer series. I have read book 1, loved it. I think I even bought a signed copy of his, which I'm not a signed copy person, but I love him so much. I started reading book 2 and was really loving it, and then I got distracted by other books, so I never really finished it. And now that The Burning White is out, the 5th book in the series and the last book of the series, I figured, why not just go ahead and read the series from start to finish? So that is my goal for this year. I don't know if I'm going to audiobook it or if I'm going to try to get my hands on the physical copy and read it that way. I do have the first 2 books and the 4th book, but they're in storage. So I'm going to have to work with the library in order to get this done, but I'm really excited about doing that. I am also going to be doing some yearly challenges on Goodreads with my Goodreads groups. I love doing this every year, and sometimes I don't really hit it, but I really like keeping track of everything and kind of exploring a little bit out of my bounds with some of these challenges. So I did film a video in regards to planning for 2020, but I think I'm actually going to redo / add on to that video and be posting that hopefully by the end of the month. We'll see what happens. But Goodreads is something that I love using to track, and the Goodreads groups I'm in also always have these awesome challenges going on, so I want to share that with all of you guys. And then also, if you want to participate along with me or just kind of help me stay on track, I would love to do maybe a seasonal update on where I'm at with my Goodreads challenges. So the next goals I'm going to talk about are kind of booktuby / just my personal life. I really don't have that many plans for my channel. I have somehow managed to hold on to the subscribers that I have, and I think it's actually gone up by a few. So thank you guys so much for being patient with me the past couple of months. Ever since starting the job and then with the holidays, it's just been crazy. So thank you for continuing to be here, and I'm really hoping to just try and bring something of a consistent updating schedule, just like any other booktuber, just so that way I can hold myself accountable, get that content up there, and just be able to interact with you guys more often. So thank you so much for being here. Very excited to see what this new year has. It's gonna be fun. My life goals that I'm doing, I am trying to actually take care of myself. Leanne had posted something on her video for her 2020 goals saying that she just wants to be more physically fit, that she loves herself for who she is and she just wants to be more physically fit. And that's kind of what I want to do. I know I haven't been taking care of myself, and I really need to make an effort to try and establish good habits for myself, especially since we might be growing out my family in a couple of years or so. So I am dedicating this year to just exercising regularly and being more mindful of what I'm eating. I'm not going on a diet. I am not going to be pushing myself to the ultimate death just to get down to a certain number. Again, it's like what Leanne said, is I am just going to notice how I am feeling, how I feel in my clothes, how I feel about myself, in regards to the 3 flights of stairs I have to walk up and down every single day. And just going off of that, I do love myself for how I am now, and I know that I can do better to take care of myself. So that is my goal for this year. If you also want someone to hold you accountable, because I need someone to hold me accountable for sure, just leave me a message on Goodreads, Twitter, what have you. Comment down below if you're comfortable with that, and maybe we can start some sort of group to hold each other accountable. I just would love to share the support and positivity on whatever your goal may be. My next goal is not for everyone, okay? I'm not trying to push anything, but this is just my personal goal, is that I'm really wanting to read the Bible every day. I'm wanting to be more involved with my faith and just become stronger in it, just because I know in the past when I've been close to my faith, It has really strengthened me. It's given me a positive perspective on life. And by having a positive perspective, I know that's going to help me with making my body more healthy, if that makes sense. I know that's what works for me, and I want to give it a try again. So I am working on just being involved with the Bible more often and trying to be in it every single day. If that's something that you want some accountability for as well, also let me know. If that's not your thing, I wish you all the best and just continue to watch. I'm not going to push that on anyone. So I do have books I want to read. I finally got my bookshelf again, and these are all books I've talked about in past videos that I really want to get to, and especially since I have physical copies of these. I would like to read all of these books this year, but I'm really just gonna take it as I go. I am finding that audiobooks are gonna be a big thing for 2020. So I'm very excited to start this new year, new decade with all of you. If you have any reading goals, any personal goals that you're willing to share, please let me know down below in the comments, and if there's any way that I can support you. Have a great year, and looking forward to seeing you in future videos. See ya.